Let's talk through CGT. The big one was this 30% on capital gains.
Yeah, no one knew what it was. People still don't know what it is.
Keen to get you've obviously, like I said, been meeting with a lot of people over the last 24, 48 hours.
Yeah, to understand it, right?
Well, what is this 30%? Because I'm still wrapping my head around it.
So there's two 30%. So you got the trust, and that's how you discretionary trust and how you distribute funds, Reece, is minimum 30%. And then you got the capital gains, which again is the minimum 30%. So both, targeting retirees, which is, sad we're talking about people that work their life to build up a nest egg and now want to distribute funds to themselves at a lower tax rate. So a good example where it's going to hurt the retiree for the CGT is when you have held an asset. It could be shares or property. Let's make an example that I'm going to make $100,000 in my shares. I've held them for more than 12 months, Reece, but I'm currently on $100,000. So if I sold them today, I'm then going to get taxed. I'm going to get a 50% discount based on the old model. So then that $50,000 of that, $50,000 of that is tax-free. The other $50,000 is going to go to my taxable income. And today I'm on $100,000, so then my taxable income goes to $150,000, which now pushes me into the highest tax bracket. So my accountant may have told me, hey, Lachlan, how about you wait until you retire in 2 or 3 years' time, and then you're going to get that $50,000 tax-free. But then that other $50,000, you're not drawing an income. So when you're not drawing an income, let's have a capital gain event then. So then you're only going to get taxed at the lower marginal rate. So on that example then, Reece, that other $50,000, your first 25K is tax-free, and then it's 16%. So instead of getting charged, 16% on 25,000, I now get a minimal capital gains tax rate of 30%. So who this hurts, remember when they lost the election? I think it was 2018 or 19. It was based on this dividends, franking credits, and now they're taxing. They're essentially taxing those that have worked, years, decades to build a nest egg. That's who they're trying to pretty much say anyone who's generated wealth through any vehicles, be that shares or property, now minimum is going to be 30%. No one gets any less than that. So all that strategic accounting work a lot of financial planners do years of preparation and planning of this. Working with my accountants all the time of how we plan forward tax events. Some of that goes out the window now because you're going to get taxed at the minimum rate of 30%, and that's the minimum. Obviously, it's going to go up from there. So that's the GST components to stop people holding on and selling to wait till they're either on a little or a lower income, so then they don't have to pay as much tax. And then you've got your trust distributions as your family trust and distributing at a minimum now of 30%. That again is targeting the same demographic, the older demographic that started to, it's really, and business owners, those that earn income and distribute to their partner or their kids. And I can get why you can see that as a bit of a loophole, but think of a perfect example is mum and dad, Reece. So dad's a small builder in a little country town, does a few renovations a year. Mum was a nurse, now retired, that does all the books for dad, all the quoting and invoicing. She still does it by hand because dad's useless with the computer. So that business, might make $100,000 a year in a really good year. Under the old system, he could get taxed at 30%, and they could get taxed at the marginal rate, the company tax rate of 30%, and then they're going to have to pay top-up tax, but at that level it's 30%. When they could distribute it, they have some poor years, they could distribute $50,000 to mum or $25,000 to mum, of which that $25,000 would be tax-free, or $50,000 and then she's at the 16% tax rate, and $50,000 to dad at the 16% tax rate. So instead of paying 30% they have to pay now, they were paying 16%. So do you really want to go and target the most vulnerable? Like that's mum and dad, just good local people in the local town. I'm sure dad's margin, he's not certainly ripping off the local demographic. And this is, it's really going to hurt struggling businesses or small business owners that use this discretionary trust scenario to distribute funds. And it's not because they're trying to get away from tax, it's because that's what's fair. Mum is involved in that business and shouldn't be charged at the high tax rate because she doesn't do anything else. So that policy was there to enable those sorts of scenarios. And now mum and dad both get smacked no matter what. If they distribute funds, $50,000 each, they're both going to get taxed. They would have paid $10,000 in tax last year. They're now going to have to pay $30,000 in tax.